What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Read My Soul, and I'm back with another video for you. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody is being blessed. Yes, if you're watching this, you are on the right side of history. Get up, go make it an amazing day. And my favorite saying of 2024 is, I'm not here to be right, I'm just here to be me. And if you're looking for the right opinion, I don't know where you can find it, but if you're looking for my opinion, you are in the right place. It is the end of 2024, so I want to kind of do a year-end wrap-up from the hip-hop perspective of my favorite moments that happened within the hip-hop space in 2024. 2023 was a little lackluster, but 2024 did not disappoint. It came out swinging. 2024 was jam-packed and loaded with a ton of great moments. As a content creator, I know other content creators out there probably feel the same way I do. You could not keep up. I felt as though as soon as you did one video, within the same day, you kind of had to do another video because it was just so much happening within the hip-hop space, man. It was a whirlwind of a year, man. I definitely was entertained. I made this video like a week ago, and then 30 for 30 came out, and and then I wanted to talk about that. You get what I'm saying? So it was just so much. I felt as though every time you picked up the microphone, anytime you turned on the camera, something else was happening. So I waited to the very last minute. So the first thing I want to start out with, and not to be selfish, is the growth of my channel. Not only just the growth of my channel, but the growth of other hip-hop content creators out there. I felt as though one of the biggest winners were hip-hop content creators, whether that were the reaction community,
A minor,
whether that was the essay community, whether that was the podcast community. I felt as though the community around hip-hop as a whole definitely took a W. And one of my favorite moments this year was seeing some of my idols shout me out. One of my idols on YouTube, which if you're familiar with this channel, you already know, is Justin Hunt.
I want to give a shout out to Read My Soul, S-O-L-E. He made a really great point in his recent video. And I was watching that video, Read My Soul did, and he was talking about the next big three.
Justin Hunt definitely shouted me out multiple times this year, and it was just crazy. I was just flabbergasted to see somebody of that stature recognize my work. Professor Sky also shouted me out.
Actually, Read My Soul. Read My Soul's analysis of this is great because he showed.
For me personally, it's been an amazing year. I started off the year with like maybe 2,000, 3,000 subscribers, and now I'm almost at 20,000 subscribers, man. This is something that I always wanted to do. I've always been a fan of Rap City The Basement, Hits in the Streets, 106 in Park, The Breakfast Club, Justin Hunt. I always wanted to start curating and building my own community around some of my favorite topics, which is hip-hop. When I was in high school, that's just what I did. Like, if my locker was always the locker where people came and talked about sports, hip-hop, music, pop culture, fashion, all of those things, sneakers. That was just something that I started to notice the older I got. Like, wow, like I made some of my best friends talking about hip-hop. So to grow this channel and grow this community is amazing. Shout out to all my subscribers. Shout out to all my supporters. Shout out to Professor Sky. Shout out to Justin Hunt. Shout out to anybody that has done a reaction to my video, done all these different things, man. I definitely appreciate y'all. I feel as though one of the biggest winners was the hip-hop content creation community. So that is one of my favorite moments, is just seeing all of us amazing content creators within the hip-hop space shine bright like a diamond. Okay, that was corny. My second favorite hip-hop moment was owned by like a brand, I would say, and that is the Tiny Desk community. Let's give a round of applause for the Tiny Desk community. Whoever over there at Tiny Desk pushing the buttons has been getting it right since last year when they did Juvenile and they did Scarface. Literally, these Tiny Desks have been amazing, and this year they went even harder. They had The Lock.
Oh, now I know y'all couldn't wait to hear Kiss over premiere. Kill you on tape, then watch it over a beer.
They had Big Sean. They had Doechii. They had Lil Russell, and these are some of my favorite hip hop moments throughout this year. The Locks killed it. They crushed it. Big Sean killed it. Crushed it. Doechii.
Remember old dude from 2019? Nice clean nigga did me dirtier than laundry. Took a scroll through his IG.
She has just been having an amazing year, man. She is just showing and improving. She's making her name for herself for being an artist. She's not an influencer. She's an artist. And I think that's the reason why she's low-key having a tough time, is because people aren't used to artists being artists. They're used to them being influencers first and then being artists next.
They want real rap from a bitch, like they out rapping a bitch. Yeah, she could clap a little bit. Do that, they ain't saying shit.
Her performance was amazing. One of my favorite ones was Lil Russell. I feel as though Lil Russell has been crushing the internet all year.
check, what we doing? I've been putting on for the West, what we doing?
He didn't leave nothing on the table, man. He ate everything, man. He was clean plate club, man. He ate it up, and it was amazing seeing him and his homies and dancing and making hip hop fun again. So Tiny Desk, they have been curating some of my favorite hip hop moments, and they definitely deserve their flowers, because if you were paying attention to Tiny Desk this year, you know that they've been knocking it out the park.
To me, she freaky, kinda Lingus, Dalai Lama. Don't she cooler than a fan, but she get hotter than the sauna. Take a trip out to Japan and I tsunami her vagina. Wind it down a Benny Hanna. I'm the new way Parmesan.
Backstage turning blue in the face, cause I let down the crew. Let down the who? You could only let down you. While we gon' make it, we gon' make it, we gon' make it, we gon' make it.
Another round of applause for Tiny Desk. Now, one of my favorite singular hip-hop moments throughout hip-hop this year was actually Lil Russell. He does a backyard residency kind of show to where he just goes in his backyard, throws a show. And it's really amazing, man. I just want to give Lil Russell his flowers for that. Lil Russell has been having an amazing couple of years, man. He's been growing and growing and growing. I've been watching his journey for the last year and a half. So one of my favorite moments in hip hop like this year was when Richie Rich, which is a Bay Area based rapper, he's a little older, and he was rapping on
Running up hands on rap. Y'all know where they come for the slap?
So he was rapping, and he basically tore his lower patella and started freestyling about it.
Bust a game down like an A for blow. Rocked it up, blew my knee. Do you see that, Joe? Still flowing, nigga, and I can't stand up. Niggas in the hood call a doc man up.
That moment is ingrained in my head throughout the year, just because that's what hip hop is about, man. You mess up, turn your losses into a W. So for him to fall and to continue rapping, man, I just felt, I don't know, it just warms my heart to see that. And the freestyle was dope.
What we doing? Fucking with a nigga on stage. What we doing? Blew my knee, acting out my age. What we doing? I don't really even give a fuck. What we doing? I need some fucking help up.
Somebody call a doc man up. What we doing? Blew my knee, acting out my age. Like, yo, that joint was so dope, because you know that it was right off the dome. It was right off the top. He didn't run away from the moment. He actually embraced the moment. You know, aging in hip hop has been a very big topic of conversation lately, especially this year. I have another video for that, because it wasn't the greatest year for hip-hop OGs, but we'll get to that in a later video. But aging in hip-hop has been a very difficult thing to talk about within the hip-hop space, because just like the NBA, I don't know if we really have yet to have that next generation take over. Of course, we've had Kendrick and Drake and all these different guys, but guys like Richie Rich to fall on stage, you know, tore his lower patella.
I need some fucking help up. What we doing? Somebody run and call a nurse. What we doing? I done blew my fucking knee first. What we doing?
And to get back up and start rapping about it is dope, man. That's, to me, that's how you age in hip hop. Embracing it, embracing what you got going on, and, you know, turning an L into a W.
That's a torn lower patella. I blew this one right here. I hate to leave y'all like this, but I had a great, I told you I can't do all that jumping around and shit.
So shout out to Richie Rich and Lil Russell. That was an amazing moment. You should definitely go check him out. He's always doing some amazing stuff. So let's get off into what really started this year off with a bang, and that is the Like That verse from Kendrick Lamar.
Motherfucker, big three, nigga, it should beat me, nigga, pop. What? I'm really like that.
One of my favorite hip hop moments, because I knew what was about to happen. When I heard that verse,
OMG. That boy good.
That boy good. This Melly Mel, if I had to, got two titties with me. I'm burning chains and burning tattoos. It's up.
Not too many soldiers, not the players safe. If we walk around with a stick, it ain't Andre 3K.
When I heard that verse, for one, it's still very potent. If you listen to that verse right now, like let's say you haven't listened to it in a while. There was a while that I haven't listened to it because I've been so into all the other things that came out of this year. You listen to that and you still see how potent it is. Like, it's super duper potent. And it makes sense as to why this verse led off this domino effect of just craziness all year, man. Whew, like that verse, man. I remember I heard that. Me and my brother did a reaction to it. I knew it was gonna go down. I actually have a video that says that hip hop needs Drake versus Kendrick, because to me it was the last good battle left, at least from that era. Like, you get what I'm saying? At least from that blog era, we needed that. Hip hop was in a position to where, you know, it was losing market share and labels were closing down and they were thinking about, you know, prioritizing other music genres. So to know that this was the spark.
I hold them sentiments symbolic. My temperament bipolar, I choose.
So that was one of my favorite hip hop moments this year. Do you remember where you were when you heard that verse? So my next favorite hip hop moment throughout this year was when Pushups released.
Backstage in my city, it was friend zone. You won't never take no chain off of us. How the fuck you big stepping with a size 7 man zone?
Even though I thought Pushups was very jovial and very like youthful and very like high schooly with the jokes, how you big stepping with a size 7 man zone and things like that, I thought it was dope that I knew Drake was going to compete and he wasn't going to stray away. At this point in his career, Drake has kind of done everything. You get what I'm saying? So to me, I was kind of like, is he going to respond? Is that going to happen? And he did, you know, and no matter what you think about the response, the fact that he responded was pretty amazing. And you know, that led off into what we got all year, which is just a crazy year, right? Like you think about all the things that happened, these two moments to like that verse and Drake actually getting in the booth and responding led off to the year that we had. And for that, I want to give Drake his credit. Definitely a dope response. You get what I'm saying? Drop and give me 50. Drop and give me 50. And I felt as though, you know, he had like so many people to compete with. It felt like 50 Cent after releasing Piggy Bank and going after all these people. I don't think 50 Cent got the same response when he released How to Rob as he did Piggy Bank. Piggy Bank led to one of the craziest beefs. I still think Jadakiss got one of the best diss songs of all time with Checkmate. Whew. But I felt as though that 50 Cent early 2000s energy was on Drake, and I think it was his battle to lose, and it was Kendrick's to win. So that led into another good moment, which, you know, in hindsight, it's a better moment than maybe at the time, and that's J. Cole releasing the 7-minute drill freestyle.
Now I'm front of the line with a comfortable lead. How I run it, soon as I got it, now he wants something with me.
And then deleting it. At the time, I was disappointed. You know, I live in the Carolinas. Like half my life, I lived in New York. The other half of my life, I've been in the Carolinas. So regardless of what anybody may feel, I'm from Carolina. You can say a lot of my family, my life, my YouTube channel, a lot of things I started in Carolina. You know, I learned a lot of things from the people of South Carolina, so I hold them tight to me. And to see somebody from Carolina, even if it was North Carolina, it felt kind of like, dang, man, because, you know, the Carolinas, South Carolina specifically, we don't have any professional sports teams, so we kind of look to North Carolina as far as like the Carolina Panthers, J. Cole, the baby, and we kind of claim them a little bit. So to see him bow out was a little disappointing, but now that I look at it, it's so J. Cole.
Dreamville, y'all love Kendrick Lamar, correct? As do I.
And that's him. You know, he's the middle child. He's the one that's stuck in between two worlds, and he doesn't come from that. You get what I'm saying? He doesn't come from that lifestyle. J. Cole didn't grow up in Compton. J. Cole, you know, he don't have that type of bravado about him. So in hindsight, you know, at 2014 Forest Hill Drives, I got the reskins. What I like to call them, the reskins with a couple of more albums on them. You get what I'm saying? He reskinned them. This is the first week it dropped. I had the original CD with first week it dropped, and now this is the reskin. So, you know, I'm a big J. Cole fan, not gonna lie. It was dope. It was dope to see that in hindsight, to be willing to put your career on the line like that, to do what you feel as though was right.
I just want to come up here and be like, publicly be like, bro, that was the lamest, like, goofiest shit. I pray that my nigga really didn't feel no way, and if he did, my nigga, I got my chin out. Take your best shot, I'm gonna take that shit on the chin. All good. Like, it's love.
I mean, you know, at the end of the day, who took the biggest W? You know, UMG took the biggest W of all of that. They made so much money, it's probably crazy. They probably don't know what to do with themselves. They're probably trying to figure out how to manufacture some more GMO beef. 7-minute drill was crazy. Then, of course, we got Euphoria.
What is it, the praise? I hurt your feelings, you don't want to work with me no more, okay.
I remember the moment I heard Euphoria. I hate the way that you walk. I hate the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Surprised you wanted that feature request. I don't know how people just didn't call it then. Like, I called it. I was like, I don't care what this dude does. It's nothing going to be as good as that. I knew in my heart of hearts that side of the, like, I wanted Not Like Us. I wanted him to do more Not Like Us. So I was a little disappointed because I knew that was enough for me, but I knew that was going to be enough for his fans because, you know, they're all hit driven. I kind of knew there wasn't going to be anything better than that. Like, I was like, yo, this is amazing. And Euphoria ages well every time you hear it, because you hear like, it's not personal at that point. At that point, it was still just a rap battle. When I see you stand next to Sexy Red, I believe you see two bad women.
I believe you don't like women. Real competition, you might pop gas with them. Let's speak on percentage. Show me your splits. I'll make sure I hide them back with you.
It wasn't personal at that point. Nobody's mothers or kids or family or anything was mentioned that way. Nobody was throwing allegations on people's jackets and, you know, pointing out the weird cases that they got around them. It was just rap. And if you look and listen to Euphoria, it was purely rap.
You applied to a nigga that signed to a nigga that was said you was signed to. Try season the sins on a like that record. Oh, what you ain't.
I remember where I was when I heard Euphoria. 616 in LA, another amazing moment.
But I live in circadian rhythms of a shooting star. Mannerisms of Raphael like a killer give you heart. But the industry's cooked as I pick the carcass apart.
When Family Matters dropped and then Meet the Grams dropped, another amazing moment.
No fucking way. What Kendrick say? Kendrick dropped immediately.
I remember the first day I heard Not Like Us, another amazing moment this year. I heard Not Like Us and my kids knew the song by the second verse. My son was screaming Not Like Us by like the last verse. You know, he knows the Once Upon a Time all of us was in chains. When I play it, my daughter loves it. She lights up. She knows that it's an amazing song. I think she kind of remembers that moment where we all heard it. I was sitting behind my desk and acting like a DJ and playing it over and over and over again. And we was all yelling, me, my wife, and my kids.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
It was an amazing moment. One of my favorite moments within hip hop. The whole battle was amazing. I give Drake his credit. I'm not going to lie. I like the video. Visually, Family Matters.
Yeah, draw.
I like visuals. I'm a very visual person. I love Martin Scorsese. I love Quentin Tarantino. I love, you know, John Singleton. I love Coen brothers, right? Like, I love cinema. Spike Lee. I love cinema, especially, you know, with stories and backstories and things like that. So the way he set it up, Good Kid, Mad City van, even though it was the wrong van, I love that. I like how it was like a mafioso, getting rid of the body, burning the car, going afterwards and having a meeting at the Chinese restaurant. I really like that. Speaking to some weird, I don't know, Hell's Angels, that was all weird. But I like the visuals, and I felt like we were getting like a version of Banging on Wax. If you don't know Banging on Wax, Google it. It's a album where literally the Bloods and Crips are like banging on each other on it. But I felt as though we was getting that version. We was getting the modern day version of Banging on Wax, and these guys were really going for it. And as soon as that video dropped, I think 37 minutes later or not, 17 minutes later, 17 to 37 minutes later, Meet the Grams came out, and that thing still haunts me.
You lied about your ghost riders. You lied about your crew members.
You lied. It was an amazing year for hip hop, regardless of what any of the naysayers say. It was an amazing year for hip hop. Drake got the behind whooping he needed and really wanted. He was talking about going on a vacation, and I think he did. He dropped 100 gigs. That didn't really work out for him the way I think it would have if it wasn't been for the beef. A great moment. The beef overall was great moments. J. Cole, another one of my favorite moments, re-releasing all of his old work, putting Friday Night Lights, putting a warm-up, of rebranding the 2014 Forest Hill Drive. Got the vinyl, of course, the 10-year anniversary edition. I have this 10-year anniversary edition, and I also have 10-year anniversary edition of Born Sinner. So I love that he was able to put, which I believe this is my favorite project from J. Cole's, Friday Night Lights on DSPs. Another great moment. Kendrick Lamar getting the Super Bowl. That was an amazing moment. The reaction community, everybody reacting to Not Like Us.
It's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot. Ay, put the wrong label on me, I'ma get them dropped. Ay, preaching music and I won't.
GNX, Watch the Party Die. Yo, we had an amazing moment. Dolce arriving, like showing and doing her amazing performance, showing up like, yo, I'm here, right? It was an amazing moment for really good hip hop. The Auditorium with Common getting nominated for a Grammy. You get what I'm saying? Blue Lips, Alligator Bites Never Heal, Big X The Plug, Take Care, amazing project. Chromacopia rollout. Shout out to Tyler the Creator. Chromacopia rollout. Dope. Dark Times by Vince Staples. Soul Burger by Ab Soul, him doing a bunch of dope freestyles. It was an amazing year for hip hop, man. I'm very happy that I was a part of the conversation this year, and I'm looking forward to 2025. I hope it's not another crazy beef-filled year. I hope it kind of levels out and we could breathe a little bit, bro. I could not breathe all year. They dropped 30 for 30. Chad, when I no yoga, mad. Chad, you messing with dudes that think they cuter than you? You on your period, he on his period too? It's just so much. It was just so much this year. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Before I go, I just want to give y'all my top 10 top 10 albums of the year. That's what I'm going to end it off with. There was something for everybody this year. That's what I really, really enjoyed this year. Music-wise, there was something for everybody this year. I don't even have Freddie Gibbs and JPEG, Mafia. I don't even have certain people on this list. There is something for everybody out there. But this was my top 10 albums for 2024. Definitely leave your thoughts in the comment section. So let's start off with my honorable mentions. My honorable mentions is Stabbed and Shot 2, Benny the Butcher, 38 Special, Soul Burger by Ab Soul, The Death of Slim Shady, Eminem, The Force by LL Cool J, Please Don't Cry by Rhapsody. My number 10 is Might Delete Later by J. Cole. Number 9 is Vultures 1 by Y Dollar Sign. Yay Dollar Sign, I don't know what that's about, but 8 is Samurai by Lupe Fiasco. Number 7 is Alligator Bites Never Heal by Doechii. Number 6, Blue Lips by Schoolboy Q. Number 5, The Auditorium Volume 1 with Common and Pete Rock. Number 4, Take Care by Big X The Plug. Number 3, Cornucopia by Tyler the Creator. Number 2, Dark Times by Vince Staples. Shout out to Vince Staples. And number 1, GNX by Kendrick Lamar. I thought it was a very dope year for hip hop. So I just want to leave y'all with my favorite albums of the year. Leave me your favorite albums. Leave me your favorite moments. Leave me your favorite moment. You don't have to leave a bunch of moments. Just leave me the best thing that you took out of hip hop within 2024. Is my list dope? Is my list whack? You let me know in the comment section. That's what I've built this year as a community for people to have all types of discussions within the comment section. I am looking forward to 2025. So make sure you comment, like, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I release a video. Join to be a member down in the description. Hit that Cash App link right here so you can donate to the channel. Anything is appreciated. And I'm out of here. I will see y'all in 2025. And yo, January is going to be jam-packed. So get ready. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.